So we don't know if Shara's coming?
Yeah, she will be here.
Okay.
Mary will be next time, probably.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Jen, on your way back, will you bump down the air, please? Okay. Here we go, Jen. Morning, Marty.
It's time for Today in Yuma with Jennifer Blackwell and Teresa Straub. You can listen to Today in Yuma weekdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on Z93 and Outlaw Country. Opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those of station management. Feel free to give Jennifer and Teresa a call at 782-4321. And now, Today in Yuma.
Morning, Marty. It's not a party till it's a Marty party.
Okay, ready? I'll finish doing it in a minute.
Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Straub.
Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday morning on Z93 and Outlaw Country.
Yes, that's if you're listening on the radio, but you can also watch us on the Eddie's Food and Drink Facebook Live feed. That is Eddie's Food and Drink in San Luis.
That's right, and they've got a lot of fun stuff coming up this week.
They
just
do.
have the one location. It is in San Luis. It's not here in the city of Yuma. But coming up tonight, it's karaoke with an open mic at the Agave Bar, 7:30 to 10:30 p.m. And then we've got salsa lessons tomorrow. Friday is Los Rabines in the North Plaza area. Saturday, a DJ with karaoke. And then Sunday, they have something really cool that they posted. It's a pizza class for kids.
I love that.
7:30 p.m., August 17th. They're calling all young chefs. Join them for a hands-on pizza making adventure. Perfect for ages 5 through 12. All ingredients and supplies are provided. It's just $15. And the kids will learn about making pizzas from scratch, get creative with their toppings and sauces, and make their own pizza to take home.
Sounds delicious.
For more info or to sign up, call 928-216-6892. That's Eddie's Food and Drink. They're located at 4492 East County 24.5 Street in San Luis.
Yes, we encourage you to follow them on social media because they are great about posting upcoming events. Each week, at the beginning of each week, they let you know what's going to be going on for the rest of the week, and they have some awesome entertainment that's going to be coming up in September, I saw. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
And when this weather starts to break, too,
even better.
It's going to be even busier out there.
It will. It will.
All right. Well, today is August 13th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're making me question.
I'm all ahead. It is the 13th, and headed back to school today, Yuma Lutheran and Thrive Point, as well as San Luis Preschool. And then I only have 3 more on my list that have yet to start. We have AWC on Monday.
Yes.
Rock Christian Academy on the 20th and Yuma Christian Academy on the 25th.
All right.
So back to school is
almost done.
Almost wrapped up.
Well, it's funny that we back to school is almost done, but we still have kids that have already been in for like almost a month already.
I mean, that's so weird.
It is weird.
And we have friends in other places who still have weeks. They don't start till after Labor Day.
They don't, yeah.
Well, joining us today here in just a bit, we're going to have Jen Reichelt with the City of Yuma and Fire Captain David Padilla Jr. with City of Yuma Fire Department. They're going to be speaking on behalf of the Greater Yuma Water Safety Alliance.
They are.
And then from the Yuma Community Food Bank, we have Shara Whitehead joining us today. And we're going to touch on some of the things. I shared some information before we went on air via our social media about some of the changes that are going to be implemented in reference to SNAP benefits. So the food bank is another one of those vital community organizations where people really rely on them, and
They sure do.
We may see that need increase.
All right.
And then we have Jenna and Chop joining us from the DAV. They have another event coming up.
Sounds good. They're always busy over there.
They are. So that's what we are looking at.
All right.
And DJ Hector B will be filling in for me the next 2 days.
Yes, he
with
will.
Teresa. And I'm sure he heard me mention already, but my husband's having shoulder surgery tomorrow. So, keep us in your thoughts.
Yes.
At least it's not his dominant arm this time. That was last year.
That, you know what? I'm glad it's not his dominant arm, but it's still surgery is surgery, and it's never fun. So I'm glad that you're going to be there for him.
He just wants it fixed, and I, having been there, I absolutely understand.
Well, I definitely understand. So. Yes, you will be gone the next couple of days. It's funny because you'll be gone from the station, but you will still be working.
I will physically not be here.
We have a phantom printer because she is able to work from home and print things. Jen is working when that printer is going crazy.
I have my own studio there. We can just do a lot of things.
Oh, you sure can. It's and when you're the only one here sometimes, like when somebody's here by themselves, most of the time it's me in the afternoons, it's a little weird.
Sorry.
I've gotten used to it.
Especially if I randomly start playing audio from my
That's
office.
the scary part.
Which is closed.
I know when the printer's going, I know that's Jennifer, but when random audio starts coming through her speakers, it's a bit startling when it's pretty quiet in here.
Sorry.
But yes.
Well, today is National Prosecco Day.
Okay.
And it's also National Filet Mignon Day.
All right.
I love me a good filet mignon.
It sounds delicious.
Yeah. All right, just 2 national days for you today.
We can do that.
All right, how about birthdays, though?
All right.
These are the Poor Behavior birthday shout-outs, and they've always got something great going on over there. Check out their new sampler platters. They've got great appetizers and happy hour specials. They open at 3 p.m. today, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday you can find them open at 11 a.m. for lunch too. That's Poor Behavior. They're located next to Harley Davidson.
All right.
Celebrating today, I have a very special birthday wish to Sharon Magana from her favorite son Jaime and Laura.
Oh, okay. Well, happy birthday.
Yes.
Also celebrating today is my Gordita sister, my Gordita's BMX sister. I want to wish Brenda Figgy a very happy birthday today.
Also celebrating Nate and Isabella Hand. They are twins and their parents love you and they're very proud of you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. The next one on my list is one of our show friends, and we absolutely love him, even though he's kind of a pain sometimes.
We love to pick on him.
We love to pick.
Absolutely no reason at all.
But hey,
he makes it easy.
He picks on us.
He
so
does.
It's a give-take situation. We want to wish Sonny Hickson a very happy birthday today.
Happy birthday, Lieutenant. Also celebrating today, Kiana Dominguez.
Mary Edmonds is celebrating today.
Isela Martinez.
That's all I got.
And me too.
All right.
Oh, wait, hang on. We also have David Staton, Lindsay Elk.
Yes.
Stephanie Brady.
And Norma. Norma's?
Norma.
I'm glad we didn't miss hers.
I started working with Norma when I was but a child. I think I was 20 when I started working with her. So I've known Norma for a long time. We hope you have a wonderful birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday to all of you. We encourage you get your birthday shout outs in. Birthdays, anniversaries, work anniversaries, milestones, anything you are celebrating, we want to celebrate with you. And there's multiple ways you can send in those birthday shout outs. One of the easiest ways is by going to monstermediayuma.com. Click on the Today in Yuma tab, look for that Poor Behavior cupcake, fill out that entry form, it goes directly to our inbox. And on Monday,
we draw a winner, and one person walks away with a $50 gift card courtesy of Poor Behavior.
That is an awesome deal.
It sure is.
All right.
All right, well, we are looking at warm weather. We still have 110 expected today, tomorrow, and then tomorrow is probably about 109.
Yeah.
Friday's going to break to 105.
Take it.
But over the course of like Friday, Saturday, Sunday to Monday, I saw one of those overnights at 79, which to me basically means fall.
Yeah, definitely does. But it is windy out there. We do have an air quality alert out there. Check your gates and
the weather apps show haze.
Oh, it definitely is.
There was where you're getting some of that residual smoke that it's not smelling smoky per se, but you can actually see it in the air. And yesterday, Foodie and I were kind of talking that we could see the humidity. That's how. But we had a lot of haziness tomorrow morning too. It kind of lifted when the sun came up and that humidity started burning off a bit. So, but just drink your water, stay cool out there, take necessary precautions.
All right.
All right. And again, if you tune in for part of the show but you can't catch all of it, come back later and you can watch it in its entirety on my page. I've shared to our other pages too, courtesy of Eddie's Food and Drink, located in San Luis.
All right.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of Today in Yuma after this. The show is brought to you by Quick Refrigeration, keeping Yuma cool since 1955. And they do remind you that a clogged filter, a clogged filter can damage your AC unit. I was thinking cars too.
You were.
That's not good either.
No, it's not.
So make sure you change them out on a regular basis. And keep in mind, it should be more often if you have pets or you have smokers in the home. For more details, visit getcoolquick.com.
And Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros. Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros is a family-owned and operated automotive center, and they are big on offering the highest level of service to their customers. Visit edwhiteheadstirepros.com for more details. They are so much more than tires.
And Yuma Winelson is located on Pacific Avenue next to Yuma Palms. I drove by yesterday and I waved. I do that when I know people at these places.
I don't think they heard you.
Nobody's outside, but I feel like they can sense it.
You do that with cats, too.
Yes, I do. They carry stuff from name brand companies like A.O. Smith, American Standard, Aquatic, Delta, Moen, Nipco, American Flow, and more. That's Yuma Winelson.
And Neverlow Smoke and Vape Lounge at 2760 South 4th Avenue. They are Yuma's best vape lounge because they carry vaping products and accessories that you cannot find anywhere else. Don't forget about their sister company, Neverlow Glass Gallery at 1910 South 4th Avenue.
It is Today in Yuma. We'll be back after the break on Z93 and Outlaw Country. Hello. Everybody ready?
Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros have been serving Arizona for over 20 years. It's heating up, so get your vehicles and watercraft ready for summer. Make
I
sure
love your outfit
AC,
and the
tires,
percent.
brakes, and
Hello.
batteries
Super cute. Oh, of course, that one looks good too. You're always so elegant.
and more.
We get a bonus captain.
Hello,
For
hello.
the price of one captain special today.
Yes.
You went to school with them, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hassle-free experience guaranteed. Ed Whitehead's Tire Pros.
Okay, I'm going to give him my
We
camera
got tires for that.
because I don't know that we can fit them all three.
Yeah, we can kind of
Scoot that way a little bit.
Squeeze in a little bit. That way we can.
Perfect. No,
We
you're
got
good.
two mics. We can share this one.
There you go.
You got it.
Have something going on at FanQuest Comics and Games. And we'll board them for you. FanQuest Comics and Games is located at
Okay.
850 West 32nd Street. Suite number 1. Check our
August
schedule on
19th.
Facebook for nightly games.
I think that is something that maybe we'll see what we can do different when we move into the other studio. Where this or something, sorry, just blocking people, it swivels. Oh, yeah, we do that.
I want to hit on the autism stuff.
Yeah, that's good too, because we'll have these other mics
Yeah,
in there.
I'll try to.
And it might be a little different too because if we move this camera back a little bit, we can get a wider shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that,
I
again,
know.
that's kind of where we're.
Join us and let's invest in something bigger together. Visit us at
It's a radio thing, but they're live on Facebook.
Oh yeah, you're on Facebook.
Federally insured by the NCUA.
Smile.
Yeah.
Winning moments at Paradise Casino. Yuma's favorite place to play. Ready to play? Your favorite slots.
But people say, use your radio voice. It is my radio voice.
This is the
too hard,
voice.
People will start like texting or messaging them. Like,
Oh yeah, there's people watching on Facebook.
And people
so
they'll try and stump us. See, there's you guys, that's you down there, that's Teresa's camera. She gives her camera.
Okay.
Yes,
you're on there.
you're on
You're on
camera.
there.
All right.
But no, they'll just message us inappropriate stuff or funny things to get us to crack. And I'm like, no.
That's funny.
We're usually pretty composed, but she and I were recording some stuff, I think, for Independence Day in the production room, and I don't even know maybe the food they were eating.
I don't know.
We lost it, and we just could not get back on track.
That's funny.
The Broken Hill Cafe in Yuma is open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. And Saturdays and Sundays we're open till 3. The Broken Hill Cafe Yuma will be expecting you.
It's Today in Yuma. You can also watch what Jennifer and Teresa are doing right now on Facebook Live.
Okay.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
Joining us in the studio, first off, Kay has a comment on our Eddie's Food and Drink Facebook Live. She goes, best mustache contest.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
I knew it. I think we'll have a vote later. Well, joining us here to talk about the Greater Yuma Water Safety Alliance, we have Jen Reichelt from the City of Yuma. Good morning.
Good morning.
And then from Yuma Fire Department, we have Captains David Padilla Jr. and Francisco Leon in the studio with us. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right, well, it's exciting to have you all here today. Are we close to wrapping up these for the season?
Yeah, we were actually just talking about that. You know, this is a campaign, it could be year-round, but we really pushing really hard water safety during prime water season. So we started about May, and we'll run through early September.
Okay.
So we're about done.
And we've been really covering and hitting hard the 5 layers of protection because those can really, several of the items can apply year-round.
Yep.
And it's one of those things
especially in Yuma.
Yes, like Jen said, you know, we really want to focus during the season when people are in the water, spending a lot of time. And we know, again, that's a year-round type of thing. We have a winter population that absolutely loves to be swimming in January when we couldn't think of anything farther from that.
For sure.
But, you know, touching on these things and how to react in these situations are some of the things that we've been covering as far as preparedness for these 5 layers. So what are we going to focus on today?
Yeah, well, we wanted to do just a big review of all of the layers of water safety. You know, we know that stacking all of those layers helps prevent drownings, and the more that we can educate our community on all of the layers, the better off we are. And so, number one, barrier and alarms, making sure that pools have fences around them, that we have alarms on doors that lead to the outside. We're securing doors, automatic closing fences, automatic closing doors on those fences. Of course, adult supervision, making sure that we always have somebody watching. We know our pediatric populations are highest at risk. They're our big risk population, and so we want to make sure that we're keeping our eyes on our children anytime that we're around the pool or any type of water. Water competency swim classes, taking swim classes. The City of Yuma offers swim classes. We want to, keep hammering our community on making sure that they're getting those kids in classes as early as possible.
I'd love for this because it's always very popular for those swim lessons to go very quickly. Mm-hmm. So scholarship opportunities were provided this year thanks to some amazing benefactors community-wide that made more possible, especially for the younger crowd too, but also sharing additional resources like swim lessons in Somerton, in the Welton area, and a lot of the community partners too, because it's all of Yuma County.
All of Yuma County kind of jumped on board with that and started offering more classes. I think this year we had some fill up, but there seems like every time they come in, there's still availabilities. So that was really nice to know that there was still, because again, they usually, when we announce swim lessons, they're gone.
Yeah, and this was the first year with the grant we received. We received the Pool Safely grant. This past year, we were able to use the money for scholarships across all of Yuma County.
Oh,
so
that's
being able to partner with Welton and Somerton and San Luis, as well as here. And then, like you mentioned, Yuma County stepped up. Their health department provided funding too, and then some private donors. I know the Liquid Foundation as well. But yeah, that was exciting to be able to. We're obviously from the City of Yuma, so that's like where we focus a lot of our energy. But the work we do, it benefits all of Yuma County. So we were really excited to be able to do that countywide.
I think one of the other biggest growths that we've seen because again, this is still a fairly new program that you guys have implemented, and last year you guys listened and everybody was asking for CPR classes, water safety classes, those types of things, and you guys were able to step that up again this year, so hopefully next year it'll get even better.
That's the goal. The goal is to keep growing it, to keep advocating for the community in any way that the community needs.
And you take that skill set with you anywhere you go, even if you're not in Yuma. Dale commented, he said, and the rip current safety and tips, since a lot of us humans escape to San Diego or Mexico beaches. Again, the CPR knowledge you have, take with you anywhere you go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll let David finish the last two.
Oh, yeah.
Just because we actually, to your point, Jennifer, talking about people in open water, life jackets.
Life jackets is a big one. And Yuma just recently, the Yuma Fire Department recently responded to an incident at the river. Some paddle boarders that were out, or a paddle boarder that was out, fell off the paddle board, and the current, a little stronger than they anticipated, swept them down the river. Thankfully, our crews were able to locate them. But the important part of that story was that person was wearing a life jacket, and that is a game changer.
It makes a huge difference.
Right. It turns it from a potentially fatal incident when somebody's trying to swim against the current to now somebody's able to float. It helps, keep them out of the water. And so life jackets are critically important. But with that, making sure that they are properly sized, that their children they're in the right appropriate one, Coast Guard approved, and that they're tightened and fitted the way that they should be.
And in good working condition.
Good working condition.
Not rotted or.
Yeah, that was one thing I learned. I didn't know that they expired after a specific time.
And Yuma heat, right? The sun eats them up. If you leave them in the boat or you leave them out by the pool, they won't last very long. And so making sure that they're in good working condition. And then last one is emergency preparedness, understanding CPR. Like you said, we're offering classes. The Greater Yuma Water Safety Alliance has partnered with a number of different organizations, but on VITA, and to offer water safety classes and CPR, teaching people hands-only CPR, even if they're not certification classes, just so that people have confidence in performing CPR when the emergency dispatcher gives them what we call pre-arrival instructions. Somebody calls 911, the dispatcher's going to walk you through what to do.
Right.
And if you've done it on a mannequin before, you've practiced it, then you're going to be more confident to provide emergency care.
And that's what we want.
That's exactly what we want.
I think they posted they had just a few more slots left for the next course that they had coming up.
Yes, we double checked to make sure, but there is a class at Invita this Monday, Tuesday, August 19th, and it's from 10 to 11, and there still are several slots available.
Okay.
And then you can, if you're interested, reach out to email watersafety@invitahealth.org or go to our website as well.
Awesome. Right now, yes, we know a lot of humans head to the cooler weather. They enjoy the beaches. There might be lakes and stuff like that too. But when you're dealing with situations, we've seen this really heightened with the tragedies that we've experienced lately, both here in our local area, but also, beloved actor Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Sure.
And in the area that he was in too. These currents can change. You get those riptides. Conditions can vary greatly based on the location that you're in as well.
Absolutely.
And you mentioned the paddleboarder. Thank goodness they did have that life jacket on, because that current can change, or they can just get caught in a certain spot. You guys have been there. You've been, enjoying yourselves at these locations too. And even the strongest of swimmers, that current will wear you down fast.
Will. Yeah, moving water is relentless, right? It's powerful, it's relentless, it doesn't stop, it doesn't get tired, and so we will fatigue before then. And even for us at the Yuma Fire Department, every year we go back out on the water, we're remapping the water to see what's changed on the river, where the sandbars are, how the currents moved, and so it's a challenge. And it's a great recreational area. We love that Yuma has it so that people can go cool off, but being aware that moving water is very different than static water.
Well, we have several PSAs that we have running too. 6 inches can knock a person over, 6 inches of water, and a foot of water can float a car, float a vehicle very easily. And it is monsoon season still. We've primarily been getting the humidity at this point. The winds are starting to pick up momentum. Excuse me. We do have some gusting that could be possible up to 35 miles an hour as we get on into Friday. That is very typical for mid-August. We have about another month left in our monsoon season, and we do have the chance for some moisture coming. The Yuma community doesn't necessarily drain as well. There's certain spots that are kind of known for that, and we always encourage, don't drive around these areas because you're forcing water up in the yards.
Yeah.
Maybe if we talk about it, we'll make it rain. But yeah, some
areas into the house, depending on where you're at. So
and the washes run, right? When we get those heavy rains, the washes run. I know it's always interesting for people to go out and see them, but we want cars to avoid crossing flooded areas. We don't want them, because you're right, even a foot of water can float your vehicle.
And be careful too if the kids are out there playing in the rain. The flooded areas, that water is still moving, although it might seem a little slow. But what if somebody is able to clear out one of the drains and the water all of a sudden starts moving quickly, and there is other situations.
Absolutely.
So it is all about making sure you're keeping an eye
out. The debris too, that's something to keep in mind too. And I just watched one of the specials, I think it was on Netflix, about Hurricane Katrina. It's been 20 years. We're knocking on the door for 20 years from that. Well, from that, when that tragedy happened, and oh my goodness, the enormity of everything when those levees broke, so much stuff. And even in Texas now too, they're still working on recovery from all the mounds and mounds of dirt and mud that are there. So people get out and play in it, and you don't know what might be floating down.
Sure.
But Kay says the canals are crazy fast water too. We have seen the fire department doing some of the training in the canal areas.
Yeah.
But it is absolutely illegal to swim in canals.
Yes,
absolutely illegal.
These are trained professionals. They had equipment out there. They had their teams out there. So if you do need to perform rescues, and there have been scenarios where you've had to do that.
Yes, absolutely. And so to your point, canals, they're not for swimming, right? They're moving water for agriculture. We don't want people swimming in the canals. But yeah, we train on them because, again, it's a different style. It's moving water. A lot of times there's concrete walls or big rocks. You never know what's under the water, whether it's a shopping cart or some other type of hazard. And so we train heavily on that to make sure that our members are safe.
And we've had situations, actually a lot of situations in my years covering news, vehicles and canals.
Yep. Yeah. Unfortunately, it does happen.
Now, when that instance occurs, Francisco, what is like the first step when you guys get a response about a vehicle in a canal? How do you respond to that?
We'll respond with a TRT water assignment, which is a couple of different units, 2 engines, battalion chief, an ambulance. And when we arrive on scene, first thing is always going to be safety first, safety of the responders. And then once that we establish a command on scene, we want to find out if there's a viable victim. If there is, then everything speeds up. Sense of urgency. We get the sense of urgency to set up for a rescue. But there may be times where it may appear like we're not doing anything, but we are, because safety is always first for the responders. We had one recently, and I believe other agencies thought that we were kind of standing around, but we weren't. We were preparing to do a canal rescue. If there's not a viable victim, at that point it just becomes a body recovery and things kind of slow down. But again, if you see first responders working on a canal, avoid the area, stay away.
Same with any emergency situation. If you see first responders there, we've unfortunately seen it in most one that I can remember is right here because of the area. There was a fire over here, and there's no fire hydrants in that area, so they had to cross 8th Street. People trying to cross hoses, and if you see an emergency situation, let the first responders do what they got to do. Stay clear. I know everybody wants to be looky-loos, but again, we need to give them room to work and do what they have to do. And a lot of times, like there is areas like with this where they have to run the hoses. They have to run the hoses across the street. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be surprised anytime there's a working fire incident, just the traffic that it causes. Everybody wants to go take a look.
It's that natural curiosity too. We understand that. But again, if you are slowing down the response time, first off, for our emergency vehicles getting there, again, we'll have a whole other show on pulling to the right and making sure that those lights and sirens.
Yeah, that might be a good one for Francisco to come in for.
That would be a good one.
You guys have been there, done that.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, I'm glad you pointed out too. You weren't just standing around doing nothing. There's protocol. There's different.
Yes.
There's a series of steps you go through to make sure that everything is done, and you have to keep your crew has to be kept safe as well. Otherwise it turns into a multiple rescue, and we don't want that to be the case. So,
and that's why water, honestly, this is why we push water safety so heavily, is there is an inherent risk to the members of the fire department as well. And so if we can avoid dangerous situations from victims in the water, then it also keeps everybody safe, including our responders and rescuers. To bring that back to one area that I definitely want to hit on, I would be remiss if I didn't, is our special needs community. Autistic children, they're 160 times more likely to have a drowning episode because they wander. They have a tendency to wander. And so especially if you have a child that is at higher risk, ensuring that you have the 5 layers, ensuring that your adult supervision is critical. And the beautiful thing about the 5 layers is they apply to everybody. Applies to everybody across the board. But letting your neighbors know, letting people around your home that also have pools and stuff like that your child is at risk is great to help avoid an emergency situation.
That's right. Very important. Well, we encourage you. We hope during the course of this series we've had over the summer that people have taken away, that they do remember the 5 layers of protection and share those with others and take those necessary precautions, because what is it? Anyone can drown, no one should.
Absolutely. Yep.
I think it's easy, especially we often think it really focuses on children, but we know this summer, we've had a lot more incidents with adults.
We have, and it's always that, well, it can never happen to me or my family mentality until tragedy does. Again, we don't want that to happen to anyone. Supervision, extremely important. That includes around the house, even if you don't have a bathtub filled with water. Remember, especially those little ones, mop buckets, toilets, anything like that can pose a danger.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to take our Village Inn Pizza Parlor selfie here in the studio. We'll be back with more of Today in Yuma. After this, we're going to be talking with Shara from the Yuma Community Food Bank. The show was brought to you by Pima Federal Credit Union. Go mobile with Pima Federal and enjoy unrestricted access to your account with their mobile app so you can conveniently manage your finances on your schedule wherever you are. 24/7 account access. You can deposit checks, send money, and more with Pima Federal.
And the Broken Yoke Cafe, they are open Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, with happy hour from noon to 2. Saturday and Sunday, they are open until 3. If you are headed on over, make sure you download the app. Not only can you join the wait list, but you can also join the awesome rewards program at the Broken Yoke.
And Allo invites you to find out what they have to offer. They have high-speed internet personalized for your life because your needs might vary from mine. Mine are going to be different than Teresa's.
They sure are.
We're not all the same, and your internet needs vary, but Allo can meet all of those needs. Find out more today. Check out their website at allofiber.com and go like their Allo Fiber Arizona Facebook page, too. It's Today in Yuma. We'll be back with more after this on Z93 and Outlaw Country. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Shara is 5 minutes away.
Okay.
Your
I
ride
figured.
starts at Quachon Casino Resort with the
Okay.
Saturdays in August.
Take a picture. We're going to take a selfie right here. We're going to be
Right up here against the wall.
Brand new 2025 Chevy Silverado. Didn't make it to the finish line?
Scoot towards Jen a little bit.
Scoot in, scoot in.
Scoot in, scoot in. Which Jen? You guys are tall. I might have to go this way.
So close.
Okay, ready?
Casino
1,
Resort.
2, 3. The guys are tall. It's nice to see you.
Thank you
See you
guys.
guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys for
You guys,
everything.
thanks.
All right, as we get closer to the holidays, too, I'll bug you. Thanksgiving. Safety. Don't be done in your oven.
You know, those types of things.
Yeah, don't make your lights together. I think it was because there was my list of shatter. Yes, it does. That's right.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you later.
Right away.
Breaking here at the news desk. When you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, you can lock in your price for 2 years. Sources are confirming that when you stack Allo Internet, DirecTV, and mobile, your monthly price drops and you're locked in for 2 years. That's fiber fast internet, premium streaming TV, and reliable nationwide mobile coverage. And this just in, you must switch by Labor Day to secure that locked-in pricing for 2 years. Switch, stack, and save at allofiber.com/stack.
Truckmates, Yuma's Fix Up Your Pickup Truck Store is Yuma's home for snug top shells and lids. Snug top, designed and manufactured to the highest standard. Industry-leading quality and trend-setting design to protect and complement your vehicle. That's Snug Top. Truckmates is also the home of expert spray and bed liners, spraying mil-spec
40
protective
seconds.
coatings, committed to unwavering excellence and unparalleled customer service. Expert liners with available national warranty coverage and installed by Yuma's most experienced spray-on team at Truckmates. Truckmates is also the home for BDS suspensions, the highest quality aftermarket suspension lift kits, leveling kits, and accessories for 4x4 off-road trucks and Jeep enthusiasts. And don't forget 3M window tinting, the originators of window tinting with nationwide lifetime warranty at Truckmates. That's expert spray and bed liners, BDS suspensions, 3M window tinting, and snug top, all at Truckmates, 32nd Street, next to Lowe's.
The Today in Yuma phone lines are open. Give Jennifer and Teresa a call at 782-4321.
Okay, here we go.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
Shara Whitehead will be here momentarily from the Yuma Community Food Bank. But we do want to remind you, if you have events coming up, we're getting into, I was thinking the other day, the whole like 6 months more of winter, 6 months more, or 6 weeks of winter.
Please, 6 weeks.
Yeah, not 6 more months of summer. I looked at, we're really kind of about 6 weeks away from the official start of fall, even though we don't really start to feel that way. But we'll start to see some noticeable changes too, where it's not 110, 115.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And that is it's a nice little change for us as we get into early October. But that's when a lot of the events start happening. So
Definitely.
share those with us. The sooner you can, the better.
Yeah, definitely. And that way we can get you on the get you on the schedule with our, especially if we call it event season here, because once it starts cooling off, Yuma is all about getting outside and all of our larger events start to happen. So we want to make sure that we have room for you and get you in enough time to help get the word out about your events.
Yes, you can send us a message to our social media, or just go to our website. Our contact info's on there, and you can find us at monstermediayuma.com.
That's right.
And breathe, Shar.
She's here. She's here.
You made it. You did it. I'm like, we took our break like a minute early, and then you're like, I'm 5 minutes away.
And I made it.
You did make it.
I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to do this? And everything, the traffic gods were working.
Well, we shared, I posted something on social media, and we kind of spoke briefly at the very beginning of the show about some of the changes coming from the Congressional Budget Office. You mentioned some of the things that might be anticipated last time you were here, and we kind of want to talk about the need for food in our community. Our food insecurity is 19.5%?
Yes.
That was as I think
and unemployment is higher.
Our unemployment is very high, and the food insecurity, that was like a report from 2023.
Yeah.
I think so. It could very well be more.
It is, and it's been pretty evident if you drive by our main campus on 24th Street off of Pacific in the last 2 weeks. Our parking lot has been full, and that really tells the story right there that people are still struggling. They're still trying to make ends meet for a variety of reasons. We have seen some encouraging things coming out, so I think some things are breaking loose.
Okay.
There are some contracts that are federal we're hearing that have been signed, having to do with the USDA. So I feel like that, if we can just hang on, if we can continue to do what we're doing, and with the community's help, I think we'll see how this rolls out.
That's right. And I mean, that's really all you can do anytime.
I know.
But Yuma it's such an awesome community. We have these partners all over, and their goal is to help take care of those who need it.
Yes. And we are a giving community.
We are seeing increased rental prices. Rates for everything across the board going up. So some individuals, maybe your rent went up, but maybe you were short 4 hours on your paycheck. Things like that have immediate effects on individuals anywhere, but we see it here in the Yuma community because I've been having more people reach out to me, and I've shared with you last time. It's been even more since then. Yeah. Jennifer, where can we go? Where can I get help? Where can we do this? Yeah.
There's a lot of resources out there too, and you ladies are great at being able to share that information out. There's not enough sharing going on to let people know that you're not alone. There's somebody out there, there's an organization that can help you with whatever it is that you're experiencing as a need. And the food bank, we try to pivot as much as we can, off of our mission, which is food, because sometimes people are just sitting there talking to you and they're finding out like, oh, there's rent you got. Well, you can talk to
everything.
APS.
Yeah, everything. Now, Shara, how long have you been in this role as executive director? How many years?
Since 2016.
Okay. So, again, we know all the changes that were thrown at everyone, including the food bank during the pandemic. You know how, talk about pivoting, you basically had to plan through A through Z for, if this one didn't work, we tried that.
Yeah.
So I think that really kind of created a lot more versatility when it came to the food bank, but also our other nonprofits and organizations in general.
We all were forced to do that. Just to keep doing what we're supposed to be doing. Every nonprofit did some variation of pivoting. Yeah. And for the food bank, I could speak for hours about the things that we did, but the long and the short of it is that we are still standing. We still have an exceptionally intentional board that is very well versed on what the needs of the community are, and do provide a lot of great resources.
Well, if someone is looking at partnering with the food bank, maybe it's another organization or an individual that has ideas for different things, fun promotions. We talked about the peanut butter and jelly drive. That's, that was one example of something that really, a lot of people are like, well, that's fun. I definitely want to do that. Well, reach out.
Even governmental organizations, Bobby Baker, who has been with the USDA in another department, but the Feds Feed Family campaign has been ongoing since, I want to say 2013. So he came in yesterday to pick up his new box because he's been using the same one for a number of years and it completely is worn out.
Yeah.
So that's a food drive, and through the governmental agencies, anything that's federal, this is the season that they start doing that, and we're grateful for that. Even our city municipalities, we've had the city of Yuma, we've had the county of Yuma, we've had Somerton, we've had San Luis, all doing municipality food drives. And we would love it if you do that. Just give us a heads up that you are doing that so that we can highlight you and your team and any particulars that maybe you might be doing, because sharing is caring, right?
Well, and you have another platform that you can actually help get the word out as well.
Yeah.
So it just let them know. That way they can at least, they can prepare for that, for one, and also, again, help get the word out so that, it can be a success. Again, the more food that we can bring in, the better. Michelle is working for you on the Eddie's Food and Drink Facebook live feed. There was a question about requirements.
I've yet to go there. I'm excited to go.
Yeah, she posted the link so that you can find out the different requirements.
Jack said, "Is there an income requirement?" So she followed up with the des.az info, and share that with anyone that you know that might be struggling right now.
We have had we've had some changes within our structure recently. We have a new volunteer coordinator. Her name is Lori Baker.
Love Lori.
Yes. I didn't realize what a little powerhouse that woman is, but she has just
Lori's go, go, go.
She is, but you know what? She does it with passion. And we've seen that, and I really invite anyone to just please, if you've got an hour, come spend it with us. We've kind of made the building a little bit more comfortable than what the outside weather is. Today's might be an exception to that, but it's good. And then Mark Briones has moved on, and so Mary McClendon started this week. So that's exciting.
So awesome.
Again, having a strong team to work and kind of run everything.
And both Lori and Mary they know the community so well.
They know Yuma and understand.
Yes, definitely. Yes. So that helps. That definitely helps.
Yeah. We're blessed. We're super blessed.
Well, volunteers, you mentioned, if people want to host food drives, even people might think, well, we don't have a lot of traffic at our business, or maybe, we might not be able to help in a very large capacity. Anything helps. If you collect 20 cans of soup, it's 20 cans of soup the food bank didn't have before.
Absolutely.
You're helping several families.
Non-perishables are really needed. Proteins especially. I've talked about that before, but anything, canned fish, canned chicken, tuna, beef, doesn't matter. Lentils, we're talking anything that's a protein and it's shelf stable will really go a long ways with families. Sometimes it's harder to find space in your refrigerator just for whatever reason. And so when it's non-perishable, it's much easier.
Dale said, or he posted on our Eddie's Food and Drink feed, does the food bank have a vehicle to use for volunteers to go collect donations in neighborhoods to make it even easier to donate?
Well, there again, if you're doing a food drive, let us know what you're doing, because if it's significant and, if you've got a heavy load, we can certainly look and see what we can do to schedule to pick up.
I think that's a great idea.
That is a great idea.
And we've been doing that for a really long time. But again, we got to tell our stories so people know that, we are capable of mobilizing and bringing that food in.
And I think kind of another example of that is when Stamp Out Hunger happens. They rotate between the different organizations, and they do that a couple times a year. But again, that the need is there more than the 2 times a year that's done.
It's ongoing and it's never ending. And when I say that, it's not because I'm trying to be a downer, but the
But
idea
it's a
that
reality.
you've got elderly
It's a-
people
yeah,
that
it's a
are, you know,
reality.
and people that are homebound. You've got veterans that, you know, are just not able-bodied. So there's a lot of disability that they lean into the food bank and other resources. So it's been really super helpful.
And again, if you are in need, don't hesitate to reach out. Like you mentioned, yes, the food bank is a wonderful resource, but you have so many community partners that you can kind of get them in touch with. You know, have these conversations with them and say, okay, this is what we can do for you, but there's also other organizations that can help too.
We are going to have our annual fundraiser, and it's December, I think, the 6th of this year, a Saturday. You know, and that's one of the reasons. One of the reasons I'm mentioning it now is because, you know, we're going to start getting into the giving season, and to the point that our community is very generous in so many ways, and we partner with a lot of the same people, you know, to be able to manage the needs of the community. It's pretty remarkable what we can do as a community with the communities.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and I'm grateful for that.
Well, again, Yuma's an amazing
But we need
community.
volunteers.
Can we say it again? We need volunteers.
We need volunteers.
Volunteers are needed, and reach out to Lori.
Yes.
She can help you coordinate. If you want to bring your staff in, if you want to bring your family in, bring your brother-in-law and your sister-in-law and challenge them as to whose family can pack more food boxes.
Businesses. If you've got an hour, you know, tag team a department.
It's team building.
Yes,
and,
it is.
And you get a little competitive.
Well, I'll tell you, our biggest event that we have every year so far is between Southwest Gas and ABS.
And they still do it?
Yes, and this year I believe it's October when they're going to do that, and they've named it.
Oh.
The boxing event.
Oh, I love
great?
it. I love it.
I love it.
That is great.
Yeah, so Daniel Ortega and Chico from Southwest Gas, it's on.
Again, this is something they do every year, and this can be any, like you said, any organization out there. Go in, put your time, and challenge somebody else. And I like that you said, you know what, bring in your families. Bring in, you know, if you have, you know, friends, or even, you know, like you said, bring in your brother and sister-in-law. Bring the kids too, because the kids can come as long as there's an adult.
12 and older.
Okay.
I will say that it's best if it's after 11:30 for the littles, and anyone under 18, because we do have Department of Correction inmates in the building, and it just, you know, with our contract.
Good to know.
Yes.
Good to know. But 12 and older.
And thank God for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they play a vital role in keeping things running.
I can tell you, it takes at least 40 people volunteering every day to be able to make sure that we can meet the need in the community.
Wow.
And 14 of them, pretty standard, are inmates that have met that trustee requirement.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, if you want to volunteer, reach out to Lori. What's the number they can reach her at?
928-259-2216.
Perfect. Thank you, Shara.
Thank you.
Find out more online at yumafoodbank.org. We'll be back after the break. We are going to take our Village and Pizza Parlor selfie, and then we'll be back talking about a special event at the DAB. The show is brought to you by FanQuest Comics and Games, Yuma's premier comic book and game store. They have lots of awesome things there, and if you're interested in participating in some of their events, they have both sanctioned and unsanctioned events. So check it out at FanQuest and join that Facebook group.
And Brewers Restaurant and Sports Bars, your go-to get-together spot. Cheer on your favorite teams with an ice-cold beer, great food, and 2 locations open for your convenience. And don't forget, both locations have private party rooms that can be rented ahead of time. And with football season right around the corner, you might want to get those booked now at Brewers.
And Sprague Sports is located on 32nd Street next to Lowe's. They are Yuma's hunting and shooting headquarters, and we remind you, get in before that rush to get what you need for the best dove season yet. That kicks off on September 1st. They can help you out with firearms as well as ammo and all those other accessories. Need a scope? They can help you out with that too. At Sprague's on 32nd Street next to Lowe's. We'll be back after the break on Z93 and Outlaw Country. Thank you.
So grateful for y'all. And I was like,
Are you a contractor or service technician needing plumbing supplies? You know what else is a full-service wholesale specializing in plumbing, water, area large
You can grab one. All right, here we go.
who specialize in commercial building projects or residential home building.
Yuma Winhouse is a locally
That's
owned
awesome.
Lori
was my neighbor for a couple of years. Lori was my neighbor for a couple of years. So when it was before.
Oh my goodness, Yuma, everybody knows everybody, so
it's so great.
I am just so grateful.
We'll see you later.
All right, honey, bye.
And it's on at Brewers. With the crack of the bat comes warmer temperatures. So don't heat up the house cooking when you can enjoy a cold one and watch the games while Brewers pays for the air conditioning. Just call, click at brewersportsbar.com, or come by either Avenue B or the airport location with free validated parking. Don't forget, we also deliver beer, including our mouth-watering Chavellas. It's on at Brewers.
Can you
Oh, she's here, I think.
clear my card so I can use it? No. Yes, ma'am.
But I did make a cheat sheet just in case. Oh, perfect. Okay.
I guess I'm going on radio right now. That's why I need it.
Neverlow Smoke and Bake Lounge, 2760 South 4th Avenue, and Neverlow Glass Gallery at 1910 South 4th Avenue.
Her relief came late and didn't show
School is
up.
back in session in Z93 in Outlaw Country.
She's on her way?
I hope so, but she's on the warpath, so I don't want to be.
Watch for crossing guards and never pass a stopped school bus. Parents, remind kids to look both ways before crossing streets. Use sidewalks and avoid distractions like phones while walking. If your child bikes to school, make sure they wear a helmet and know the rules of the road. And for everyone, allow extra time during those busy morning and afternoon
30
hours.
seconds.
Let's work together to keep
I gotta
kids
go.
safe this school year. These back-to-school safety tips are brought to you by
Okay,
FanQuest
thank you.
Comics and Games,
You have a nice day.
Yuma's premier comic book and game store. Cindy Topete, your
You too.
state farm agent. Mission Plumbing. Yuma Landing Sports Bar and Grill. STS Automotive and Diesel Center.
Because I was texting her, get a beat.
And Holy Water of Yuma.
How many booths do you guys have?
Huh?
How many booths do you guys have?
We sold all 30 tables.
All
30. Wow.
Teresa, call
Good.
782-4321.
All right, here we go.
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
Joining us.
I was going to say, and I'm Janice, not Jenna.
I'm shop commander of the DAV.
Welcome, Chop.
Yes, we do.
Foodylicious is filling in for Jenna for just a minute. Jenna's on her way, but there is an event that is coming up. It's this weekend,
Yes.
and the event is full.
Yes, it's from 11 to 2, and we have sold out 30 tables, and we have food be available.
Okay.
To serve there now.
This takes place at the DAV.
Yes, ma'am, at the DAV at 954 South 13th Avenue.
They have a nice big hall room, and they set up, and so there will be 30 vendors set up in that. So you can be in the air conditioning and be doing this, so you won't be out in the heat.
Okay.
Yeah, be inside.
No,
Yes.
that's
That'll be
awesome.
nice, because then it's weather controlled.
Oh yeah. Now, is there a fee to attend this event?
Excuse?
Does it cost to attend for people to?
No. People can go
okay.
and look, and it doesn't cost you anything.
Browse and do some shopping.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
one of the great events they do that is open to the public.
Okay.
So
It is
that's,
open.
and then when you're there, I'm sure they're going to have a table where they can have information about the club and stuff for recruitment for members too.
Yes. I myself have 2 tables, so
Oh, you do? He said, I have 2 tables because we have a lot of information to share.
And he's like, oh, everybody hover around. I'll be getting some people to join.
yeah. We have we'll have raffle prizes and 50-50 raffles, and the raffle tickets are $5 for 6 tickets or $1 a piece. Now the also that day we'll be giving the raffle is we will be giving gift cards away.
Okay.
We have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, about 14 gift cards, different from various businesses in town.
Okay.
And you can buy, tickets, 6 for $5 or 1 apiece, and you win the whole
the
Everything.
whole basket. So I
Okay.
think it's a $300 value basket.
Oh, Yes.
wow.
So you get
Yeah.
all those different gift cards in there, and it's a basket compiled of different donated items and gift cards from the community that Jenna
thought-
went around and got.
I thought it was like 14 different prizes, but
No.
it's
Yeah.
one person wins it
One
all.
big
Oh,
$300
okay.
purse. So you're gonna be eating out for like months over there.
Yeah.
And the money from that raffle goes right back to the auxiliary.
No, it'll go to the DAV is for the
Oh, okay.
to help the veterans.
Okay.
You know, that's what this is for. Yeah, so.
Perfect.
And these people that also did this event, for them to enter, I think it was only a minimal $10 charge, and that goes to the Veterans Help too. So it goes
Oh,
right
perfect.
to DAV,
Well,
and so it helps
let me
them.
backtrack on that. What the vendor sells, they keep.
Yes.
Now, we sold
The space.
Yeah, the
the
$10
space.
fee.
Booth space.
Yes, that's what the DAV
And
keeps.
that was only $10 per table?
No, it was
Oh, it's
correction. It was
Okay.
$20 per table.
But still,
still cheap.
Yeah,
That's-
that's still a
no,
great.
Very reasonable
Yeah.
to be able to gather and
So-
sell your goods for
No.
$20.
But then also, in turn, help the DAV.
Yes.
Yeah, which helps veterans
Yes.
in turn, so it's a trickle effect.
Yeah.
And this event is always so well attended.
Yes.
I mean, it's for
Last
one,
year it
like I
was
said,
real successful last
yeah,
year.
it's always.
What are some of the booths that we're going to see? Who are some of the vendors or the products that they provide?
That
Is that on your list, Janice?
It's just a general,
Okay.
because that one was all like new vendors selling. That was the Whiskey Chicks Delight. This is like an indoor swap meet.
Okay.
So this one, I think she said there's going to be some furniture, some knickknacks, clothing. So it's what people bringing their used, new and news. Yeah.
I'm like everything that I'm selling is new and it's all in boxes and it's all kitchenware. You know.
Okay.
I have do some brand new purses that the wife doesn't want, never been used. We be
Good way to recycle those. Gives her room for more.
Wait, is she aware?
Yes.
Where did that purse go? I don't know, hon. I don't know where it went.
I swear it was right there.
You sure you didn't give it away, hon?
She walks up to his table and is like,
Yeah, one of the veterans donated to the DAV for me to sell. It was an electric small barbecue grill.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Electric. It's nice, brand new, never been used. You know, sell it for.
Again,
40,
it's like an indoor it's
Yes,
like an
indoor.
indoor yard sale. So you get
Yes,
like
ma'am.
again some used, some new. But you guys will also have food, and the bar will be open.
The bar will be open, and
What kind of food?
I don't know.
And that's not on my list.
That was Jenna's
Yes.
department.
She wrote it here, but she didn't put what kind. And
But you
food
know what?
available for purchase. That's
You
what
know
she
what?
wrote.
The food at the DAV is always delicious.
Yeah.
Right?
It
It's
is
going to be your
always
kitchen
delicious.
doing that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
There's
Well,
always
the auxiliary
delicious.
be doing that, so it's.
Well, it's this Saturday, 954 South 13th Avenue, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come the entire time if you'd like.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Okay.
just drop in. But those vendor spaces will be open that time. No admission charge. Get your tickets. It's going to be a fun time.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And again, they've done. Janice mentioned the Whiskey Chicks. They've done a couple different events and stuff
We
like
did
that.
this last year also in November, I think. We did it.
I didn't have the pleasure of attending that one, so it will be new for me to go by and check it out.
Yeah.
I don't have a booth there, but I'm gonna I can
I'm
find some really good deals, and I'm gonna want to go.
Well, yeah, definitely. And
Okay.
again, different vendors. I know that when Jenna puts the call out for these, people jump on it because again, it is so well attended. So it's going to be even if you attended the first one, it's going to be something different.
Always new
here.
stuff, right?
Yeah,
On
definitely.
the DAV side, I haven't mentioned it before when I've been on the radio, is that we have a service officer that can help veterans submit their paperwork, their benefits and stuff like that, and help the widows, help the children.
Help them kind of through that process of,
Yes,
of
the
paperwork.
process, and it's sometimes real difficult. So, and Juan, he's my service officer. He's trained and he's certified.
Is there a cost for people to have that assistance?
No, we don't charge nothing.
This is what we want to
We
stress.
just give our time away. That's our volunteer time for this. We don't get paid. We don't. Sometimes we get a thank you note. Sometimes
You're
we don't
strictly
know,
there to help. That's
Yes.
and again, go to the people that know how to navigate those different systems.
We have some
and
other
things.
agencies, and that is not the case. So
Yeah.
you're working directly with people who have an understanding. They're familiar with how the process works, and they don't have any kind of agenda.
No. We don't have an agenda. Our job is to help. The DAV's job is to help veterans and their families. You know.
Now, what is involved if someone is interested in becoming a member of the DAV?
DAV, if you're a veteran, you can either come to the bar and fill out an application, and you have to put $40 down, or you can go to dav.org. And you can fill out the paperwork yourself, and you can put in how much you want to pay and stuff like that.
Now, does that give them like membership at any different location?
Yes,
Across the
any
country?
DAV.
Okay.
Once they get the card and they become full-time members, our cost is to become a member is $320 a lifetime member.
Okay.
Now, once you finish paying that, you don't pay no more.
Okay.
You're a lifetime member. You can go to any DAV in the United States, and the card be good.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Again, DAV.org. And David Ibarra said, "Thank you, DAV, for all you do."
Thank you. And also the Missouri, also they have. You can go application also there, and it's only $20 to put down. And I think theirs is $220 a year. I mean, lifetime.
And the auxiliary, they were the ones who were not military?
Yes, they're
Okay.
not military.
Family
They're
members?
children.
I'm an auxiliary.
Okay.
Yeah, they're as long as you have the auxiliary, as long as you have a family member that was in the military, you can become an auxiliary.
Awesome. Okay, perfect.
That's pretty much everyone.
And while you're there, you can look at the hall that it's all in, because they do rent out the hall
We have
for
the hall
events,
rented.
and it's a venue.
It's
So
big.
very reasonably priced
Right.
too, very
Yeah.
reasonably. And so that way you can check out the size of that too, because it's big.
It's big. It's and there's fun things coming down, like the raffles. We're using the raffles to pay for the bands once we started having bands in there.
Okay.
You know, that's what.
I encourage you to follow the DAV on social media. They're very good about posting all the events that are coming up.